and International Eye Health at the University of Jos, Caleb Impiet, explained that the relationship between the optic nerve and the heart highlights the close connection between neural integrity and cardiovascular health, with the eyes often providing valuable clues to underlying heart conditions.
Many of the diseases that start in the heart actually start showing up in the eye. It also helps us to see the fact that whenever you look at the eye, you may actually be the first person to diagnose a heart problem.
Coordinator of the Professor Alfred Ikeme Memorial Lecture Series, Basil Okehialam, and the head of Department of Medicine, Simji Gomreb, described late Professor Ikeme as an exceptional physician, mentor, and administrator whose remarkable legacy continues to shape medical education and health care delivery.
When I came to just seeking knowledge, I found him as a fountain of knowledge, gushing, and there for anybody who was thirsting for knowledge.
He was a man of character, he was a man of integrity, and he's a mentor to those that taught us. So we are taught by the descendants, the first descendants, Professor A.C. Kebe, taught them. And he led the foundation for this College of Medicine and even, for the teaching hospital.
Eldest son of the deceased, Philip Ikeme, expressed gratitude to the organizers for preserving their father's legacy, affirming that the recognition reflects the exemplary life and impact he made during his lifetime.
It's a thing of great pride, to see your father being honored like this.
Goodwill messages were delivered by representatives of the Department of Ophthalmology, University of Jos, the Provost of the College of Medicine, the Dean of the Faculty of Clinical Sciences, and the Chief Medical Director of the Jos University Teaching Hospital. In Jos, I am Deborah John.
As part of activities to celebrate the 2026 International Cooperative Day, Plateau State Cooperative Federation held its pre-World Cooperative Day Leadership Workshop under the theme, From Economic Participation to Economic Citizenship. The capacity building training is to equip leaders of the cooperative society on financial literacy. Our correspondent was at the Apin Hall, Old Youth, venue of the event.
The workshop brought together leaders of various cooperative societies across the states. President, Abuja Cooperative Business School, Dr. Peter Ayim, who is the guest speaker, stressed the need for leaders to embrace innovation, digital technology, financial management towards strengthening cooperative institutions and improved members' livelihood. According to the President, Plateau State Cooperative Federation, Dangong Pam, leaders must continue to uphold the ideas upon which the cooperatives were founded.
Is opening our minds to see the need for us to pool our resources together to see how we can step in. Particularly, there are so many business opportunities out there for us to venture into. We want to see how we can add value to what we do. That's to have a value change for our products.
Nanshep Shitnan and Jennifer Yerima, who were some of the participants, described the workshop as timely, noting that the current economic reality requires strong cooperation.
Cooperative is a people-centered economy. If we aggregate each other together, the economy will be stronger more, because if we work together,
for us to know how to go about certain businesses that we are nurturing and know how to bear the risk that is involved in the businesses, and of course what it needs to take, because you have to build your capacity as a business person to be able to ensure that you, of course, carve a niche for yourself in the business that you anticipate.
To mitigate the economic challenges, the workshop outlined a roadmap that includes expanding access to affordable credit for small-scale entrepreneurs and farmers, strengthening cooperative governance, and investing in skills acquisition. In Jos, Bridget Rochak.
Reinforcing the security architecture took center stage in Burkin Ladi local government area as the newly appointed State Coordinator of Operation Rainbow, Brigadier General Nash Yakubu, interfaced with community leaders, representatives of youth, traditional rulers, and stakeholders. The interface forms part of the agency's continuous peace tour of crisis-prone areas in Plateau State. Our correspondent tells us more.
The new coordinator of Operation Rainbow, Brigadier General Nash Yakubu, who assumed office about 3 weeks ago, said the interface with representatives of youth, traditional rulers and the leadership of Birkin-Ladi local government area is part of ongoing proactive strategies adopted by the security outfit to restore lasting peace and rebuild trust across communities in the state. The Operation Rainbow boss described Birkin-Ladi as a critical flashpoint which requires community-driven solutions. He urged youth to establish vigilante groups, share intelligence and report suspicious activities to the Operation Rainbow toll-free incident report line 0800 0022 3344.
We've opened a desk at our office with a telephone number. Anything you see that is not normal, quickly call that number or call my number. I will answer you. It may be painful because of the time it will take and the sleep it will consume, but I'm telling you, if we sacrifice enough, we'll bleed less.
Chairman of Birkin-Ladi Local Government Council, Stephen Pajok, thanked the security outfit for the initiative and reaffirmed his commitment to lasting peace.
We really appreciate you and we will do everything possible to give you the necessary support for your success. Thank you very much.
The Dagomre and chairman of the Birkin-Ladi Traditional Council, Da Edward Gyangbot, and the Dagomre of Haipang, Da Paul Tadi Tok, called for more security patrols, especially along farm routes.
I believe and trust that our youth have heard all what you have said, and we, the elders, will have heard what you have said, and we will work into that. All our environments to the city.
Just want to make an appeal. Try to have officers, especially those districts that are flashpoints, be ready to give space for such offices so that you can get information and then also sensitize the youth about the need to cooperate, especially with this type of discussion that we have had.
Accompanied by his team, Brigadier General Nash Yakubu also paid a visit on the Joint Task Force Operation Enduring Peace Sector 4 for a confidential security meeting at its Birkin-Ladi local government area headquarters. I am Kermun Gukas.
The General Manager, Plateau Radio Television Corporation PRTVC, Rita Kachelompam, has emerged as the sole valid candidate for the office of Chairman-elect of the North Central Zone, Zone D of the Broadcasting Organizations of Nigeria, Bonn. A statement officially issued by the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, Bonn Secretariat, said following the close of nominations on 16th July 2026, no other valid nominations was received for the position. Consequently, Rita Pam has been returned unopposed, making the zonal election earlier scheduled for 5th August 2026 unnecessary. The statement further disclosed that arrangements for her formal inauguration will be made by the outgoing zonal chairman in conjunction with the Bonn Secretariat. She will also be presented at the 83rd Bonn Central Assembly in accordance with the provisions of the Bonn Constitution. The Bonn Secretariat congratulated Rita Kachelompam on her emergence and thanked member stations in the North Central Zone for their continued support and cooperation. Residents and business owners in Jos are demanding answers from the Jos Electricity Distribution Company JEDC over unpaid debts on their prepaid meters. Our correspondent visited JEDC headquarters at Amadou Bello Way to seek clarification and other concerns as well as feedback from residents. The report.
Lamenting on the unexplained deductions of units whenever they recharge, Ponkes Buba, Chris Olisa, Abigail Auta, and David Otigi expressed frustration on how the debt deduction is affecting their homes and businesses.
The last 2 months, I tried to buy a token, and then I find out that there is a debt of I think 2,000. The initial one is 2,000. The last one which I see is 1,000 naira.
Like a month or two ago, my first recharge for my shop, I used recharge like 5,000, 6,000 for my shop. So there was a debit of 2,500. So I felt what could be the problem? Or maybe my meter, maybe my POS, because I recharge with my POS directly. So, but another person now complained to me that they did the same thing to him.
5,000 and they're deducting 2,000. So we don't know the 2,000 is for what, and we are not happy recharging these lights and they're deducting the 2,000. We don't have any credit on our meter, so how comes the 2,000 are deducting it? So
I bought my meter new from the company. I have not experienced anything till this March. When I load 5,000, I saw the bill they gave me was not up to that value.
Responding on the outreach, JEDC's head of corporate communication, Sarah Dauda, said the ongoing vending deduction is part of a structured automated debt repayment scheme designed to systematically recover outstanding balance from accumulated unpaid bills and preloaded energy units issued with the meters. Saratu maintains that the policy is vital for revenue recovery and to sustain power supplies.
It's very important for customers once they see any deduction on the value that they expect from vending to visit our office first to ascertain where the debt is coming from.
She advised customers who claim they do not have any debts and are being deducted to visit their office and regularize their accounts.
And this preloaded unit came with a meter in different quantum of energy. Some of them are 20, 50, and maximum of 100 units. So it's very important once you see that there's deduction in what you want to vend, the amount of energy you want to vend, to immediately visit our office with your details so that you can verify where the debt is coming from. Then it will be settled. If the debt is coming from a place where you are sure that you had cleared your debt in previous times, you are sure that you want to somehow contest the debt as a customer, is a very flexible policy. Customers can come forward with whatever payment evidence they have.
Responding on the viral link of unit refunds to customers in another region, Saratu stated that while the power sector follows standard national regulations, each distribution company's operation is dynamic.
Fund to customers in Abuja Disco is something that I'm not really familiar with. I don't know exactly what constituted the amount or the reason behind that repayment. But based on regulation, there are various forms of repayment to customers, one of which is repayment in terms of amortization. That is, when customers purchase meter through the meter asset provider. That's for new customers on our network. When they purchase meter through MAP, over the years, over time, there's a quantum of energy that they get as they vend as a refund for the cost of meter they paid for. It could be that. It could also be maybe as a result of a service shortfall. Maybe there's a particular volume of hours of supply that should be given to a particular band. There's a structure for that.
She appealed for patience, noting that the current payment structure is flexible and has considered the difficult socio-economic realities of its customers. In Jos, Rifkat Yakubu.
The chairman of Langtang South Local Government Council, Nanpa Mbim, has dismissed allegations of financial mismanagement circulating on social media and reaffirmed his administration's commitment to transparency, accountability, and due process in the management of public funds. The council chairman made the clarifications during a press briefing at the council secretariat in Mabuji. Our Langtang zonal correspondent has details.
Addressing journalists through his chief press secretary Ilya Bako, Nanfa Mbin said all council finances are managed in line with the provisions of the 1999 Constitution and Plateau State local government laws, stressing that the council's accounts are regularly audited and subjected to legislative oversight.
The administration of Honorable Nanfa Hassan Bin is fully committed to transparency, due process, and accountability. There are no classified accounts outside these local government legal provisions.
The chairman urged individuals seeking information on government finances to use established legal channels, including Freedom of Information Act, while cautioning against the spread of misinformation capable of threatening the peace and unity of the Tarok nation.
While we encourage dialogue, we strongly condemn the spread of misinformation, insult, threats, and divisive comments that have trailed this matter online. Lantern North and Lantern South are one people, the Tarok nation.
He equally announced that the council will commence quarterly briefings to keep citizens informed on projects, finances, and government activities, while calling on journalists, bloggers, and social media influencers to verify information before publication.
The project listed below followed due process, received official approvals, and are being implemented to logical completion. Records are available for verification at the Bureau for Public Procurement, the Ministry for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, and other government agencies.
The chairman appealed to sons and daughters of Tarok Nation to remain peaceful, disregard fake news, and continue to support efforts aimed at promoting unity, peace, and sustainable development across Lantern South. From Magudi in Lantern South local government area, I am Thaddeus Ilmen.
And onto the foreign scene, firefighters are struggling to contain wildfires raging in France and Spain. Nearly 270,000 people have been displaced by evacuation orders. Tens of thousands of people were evacuated from Bordeaux suburbs overnight, with the number of people displaced in Spain rising to 70,000. A lead weather presenter explains the weather can bring the perfect conditions for a fire to take hold and spread, and this is exactly what has happened this time. One British couple on holiday in Bordeaux described how ash covered the pool at their holiday rental and turned their feet black. And that's the size of our bulletin on News Track this afternoon. Stay tuned for global news at 6:30 p.m. and news updates at 10 p.m. Good afternoon.